Hey, it's Nick and welcome back to the channel, and here I have my 200 subscriber special, Dinobot from Beast Wars. Before we start the video, I gotta say that 0% of my viewers are actually subscribed. Please consider subscribing, it really helps out the channel, and maybe we could get to 300 by the end of 2022. I think that's pretty cool if we did do that. Now, on to Dinobot. Now, I didn't realize how similar this guy was to the Kingdom toy until after I finished him, which was pretty funny, I think. Now, you're probably looking at him and thinking, is he really finished now? Well, not really. I don't really have enough money to order to Bricklink parts to actually completely finish him, but yeah. So you can store his sword, the spinning sword, on him right here. Try not to reveal some of his robot stuff. But yeah, he is pretty posable in this mode. There's a ball joint at the neck, a hinge joint here, another hinge joint here. So you can open up his mouth. He has a robot claw here. This, you can do a swivel up here, right here, and you get a swivel in the hands. Now for his legs, there is a ball joint up here that you can use for like splaying out his legs, but I think that looks very stupid. And this joint seems to make more sense. You can kick forward, ball joint, and a ball joint. Also individually angle his toes. Much like the Kingdom figure, there isn't anything that you can do with the tail because, well, that's just his weapon. So now let's get into some comparisons. He's actually barely just the size of my Dino. And as you can see, he's like very similar heights and lengthwise, still a little bit longer than Dino is tall. And for the minifigure comparison, it's the only one I have on me at the moment. There you go. Definitely not minifigure scale at all. I just wanted to make a decently substantial Dinobot. And for something I've been working on, here is arcee from Revenge of the Fallen. arcee Sisters video coming soon. And Grievous, which just comes out to, I guess, his new joints. So, on to transformation. This guy, like I said before, is accidentally based on the Kingdom toy because I didn't want to base this guy off of any specific toy. Kind of want to just do it my own way. First, you can take off the tail. You don't have to do this. It's easier because you don't have to deal with it. Head folds in. These arms, you can just move these out of the way. I don't know why I keep saying you can do this stuff because I don't do instructions, and I doubt very many people will be following along. Flip up the legs, move these panels out. That broke off. Try to put that in the same place. Okay. So next, do his robot mode legs. I decided to go with the BX Bricks waist joint because it wasn't really any way that I could fit his legs inside of his chest without it being that small, or it being just a mess of loose hinges, because all my hinges that aren't part of already existing Transformers are just absolutely pathetically weak. He does have little feet backpacks, which is either going to go in the back of his leg, and then he wouldn't have been able to move his legs at all, or it would have gone on his feet, where it wouldn't really hinder anything. So I decided to go where it wouldn't hinder anything. Someone's mowing the lawn outside, so sorry if you hear background noise. Forgot to show that these bits get moved up. So now let's just do his arms right now. You're gonna move this in, swirl that around. You're gonna position this down, move that back, swing that down, collapse that in, do that on the same side, or do that on the other side. Next, this whole back section moves up, this gets moved down, spin around the head, and position the ball joint like that. Same thing on the other side. So the sad part is I wasn't really able to do the stretched dino head, but oops, don't break off. I literally just transformed this guy into dino mode and nothing broke. And now when I do it on camera, everything is trying to fight me at once. Just spin, goddammit. Really, how hard can it be? That gets positioned like that. Move this down. Angle that. Spin that around. Very, very tight ball joints. Do the same thing on the other side. And of course, like the second I take everything off screen, he's cooperating perfectly, and then he just falls down. So the thing about Dinobot's back is he has like claws or something. I think it's supposed to be like rib cage details on his back. This freaking thing is not just trying to break out the entire time. And that kind of replicates that. So, trying to have it focus on him.
Genius. Hi, I'm Michael Bay, director of Hollywood hits such as Transformers, and I demand things to be awesome. Awesome, pussycat.
A big thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to have his head be gold, but those claw pieces to make his antenna ear things, I don't have those in gold. They probably do exist in gold, I just don't have them. And that, well, 1x1 tile on the top of his head definitely does exist in gold, but whatever. So let's do some comparisons. I accidentally left his tail weapon in the background. Here we have him with Dino. He's actually a bit shorter than Dino, but I haven't really completely positioned Dino correctly, so the last time I checked they were roughly the same height, but I did make some changes to Dinobot since I last messed around with him. Here we have Grievous, which comes to about there. Focus. Never mind, don't focus, actually. Minifigure, just a little bit below that point. There we go. There's that comparison. And yeah, that's pretty much it for comparisons. Okay, let's do some comparisons. So, the thing about Dinobot is I wanted to have him be able to hold his sword in his hand and not actually just have it clip in, because I felt like that would have been stupid. So, opening up his hand, you can actually get him to hold it, but he's probably not going to do it on camera, because literally nothing he's been really... Why can't I speak English? He can't do anything on camera. There we go. Every single time I record a video, he just doesn't do anything on camera, and this is probably just going to end up as another Nick Bricks complaining montage with some elevator music over the top of it. But I'm in charge of editing my own videos, so who cares? And he can hold it. You can pretend it can spin. I think that the spinning gimmick was a bit stupid in the show. It didn't look cool at all. And we have his tail weapon. Here's that. Not going to focus on it. Okay. Does have a little transformation of its own. Very stupid one. And Does it tab in this way? Yes, it does. And he can hold on to that. And for that spinning gimmick, for all you Beast Wars fans, just spin the ball joint. And that's just not going to go on again. Here we go. There's 2 of his weapons, and now we have his most important one. I had to make his laser eyes, because that would have been way more work for just less satisfaction for like one scene where it was important. He does have the golden disc, which he was perfectly able to hold it before, but not now, obviously.
This is the cleanest, most untouched, most unmolested R32 GTR you will ever see. Which means that, yes, it does have several modifications.
Every single time I record a new LEGO Transformers video, they get worse and worse and worse. But look, he's holding the, he can hold the disc. Code of a hero, my ass. Getting into articulation. There's a hinge here. You can swivel here, I guess. Hinge, ball joint. You can also use it as swivel. Ball joint, which you can break off, put back on. You can also spin it to get joint like that. You could break that off and then put that back on. Individual finger joints that break off, obviously. He has a reverse ab crunch. And kick forward about that much. Kick back about that much. Hips go out that far. About 90-degree bendage at the knee. Ankle pivot. And ankle rocker. So, with all of that, he's pretty posable, which I bet you could understand by the thumbnail for my mixed episode 1. Fucking stand, please. I gave you ball joints at the ankles so that you could stand. I gave you new ball joints at the ankles so that you could stand. And yet you do not stand, except for when I tell you that you can't stand.
Well, that's just prime.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for 200 subscribers. My next video will either be another mixed video, which always does terribly, or it will be the RC triplets when I find some more parts to finish them. Thanks for watching, and just say something in the comments. Keep the engagements up so that more people subscribe to me. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. It's probably like the fucking 5,000th time I've said goodbye in this fucking video. I'm done. Just gonna quit YouTube after this.